Hello chat, hello VOD viewers to this slightly strangely early stream time. I have to end early, and I was able to start early, so here we are. Makuda, Idranil, Kelvin, Nyarlathotep, how y'all doing? Idranil and Kelvin, welcome back to your watch streaks. Am I aware that a 15-hour differential in time zones causes infinitely more bullshit jet lag than a 9-hour differential? I am fairly certain I've done a 15-hour before. Jet lag in general is highly unpleasant. I'm not a fan. Foster child, hello. I'm on early but ending early, so let's get to it. The hell are we doing? Oh, we're exploring that giant mine. I remember. At least I think it's... Well, it's a mine with a god at the bottom, I guess I should say. Will we kill the god? We've been helping the gods lately. Well, we helped Pegasus. I guess that's the only god we've helped. Well, we also helped the vampiress. We've been helping the monsters lately. Although we did kill the Clockwork King. We have a mixed record. We have a mixed record on the monsters. Wild Scribe, how you doing? Oh, I finally found, oh wait, this is all reset. Oh no, it's not. It's funny, so we saved at the crystal, which closed the doors, but did not reset the enemies. Interesting. Wonder why it reset the doors. Just some kind of function of the save, I guess. Doing all right. Got a busy weekend, but I'm doing okay at the moment. I spent a little time today trying to find a remotely useful Elden Ring PC backup save file and finally found one. Although, man, only like one character I'm very interested in that I have on PC. I'm gonna have to use Championship Edition to port over some of my PlayStation characters, I think. Since I certainly will not be playing through the whole game to make like 8 characters or whatever. This place is confusing as fuck. I think we went up here already. I feel like this feels very familiar. Oop. The character that used Gold Mask was it was only really in PvE because I think that thing is still bugged for PvP, isn't it? Naj used it on my first playthrough on PlayStation. Way back when. But he never really used it in Invasion. I mean, that's not a character I invaded with that much anyway. He was a lot of my stream time in that game because that was my first playthrough, and then I did the DLC with him as well. So he had a lot of screen time. You liked him? No, he's just a good character. We may make a version of him on PC. Might make an arcane caster version of him, basically. I'm a big fan of the Arccaster. They didn't fix like those that certain kind of there's a certain I can't remember the details. There's a certain type of holy buff that never got fixed, which maybe includes the spells. Maybe that's in the patch. 9 might. Oh, I guess I could just open it. Oh, we already, okay, we came up here. Yeah, it's definitely not just spells. It's like anything with like the, I'm trying to remember what, okay, so I mean, I know the physic works. The physic works. I think like Golden Vow works. I can't remember what the line of delineation is. There's a certain type of buff that works and a certain type that doesn't for holy damage. Having said that, holy damage is pretty strong. Has never really seemed particularly relevant to the utility of holy buffs and holy damage. Like triple rings still fucking shreds. What's up, Fala? Yeah, I wonder, there is a god here. It'd be kind of funny if it was a dragon as an homage to Seath. We haven't found the god yet, though. You like Bale's Pile Bunker? I've never used Bale's spells or incantations. I don't like the Bale fight. Or I have not liked it so far. I have not liked it at all, actually. Have not enjoyed it. But maybe we'll give it another proper go with Tarnished. It's been all right, Follow. Hope it's been a good weekend for you. Bale over Radon? You mean Consort? I suppose, yeah. I think I enjoyed Consort Radon more than Bale, honestly. In my one full playthrough of the DLC. But I wouldn't put too much stock in that assessment. This area is very, very, very large. I'm having a really hard time keeping track of where we've been and where we are. Hey, what's up, outsider? You're a Consort Radon, enjoy yourself. I mean, he's got the thing. I'm not even sure what my opinion is. There's too much visually going on with Consort Radon, but that's for sure true for Bale. Bale needs to, yeah, what Vapid said. Like as much of an eyesore as Radon can be, Bale is outrageous. Okay, so there's someone to talk to over there. We passed by an elevator. Was it nearby? Also, I don't like the lock-on point for Bale. We're getting real technical now. But I did not enjoy the perspective that if you're locked on while you're fighting Bale. He awakens from a state of meditative prayer. May ye be blessed. I'm here to show my devotion. He looks at you and closes his eyes. After a long pause, he nods his head in acceptance. He silently unlocks the gate to the hymnal chamber. Oh, thank you. May ye be blessed. Who are you? I am the midwife of our new god. The sculptor has entrusted me guardian of the hymnal chamber. May ye be blessed. Tell me of the hymnal chamber. The hymnal chamber lies through this gate. It is a place of sacred ritual. By our faith, her dream becomes possible, and by her dream, all dreams. May ye be blessed. We're about to either not kill a god and end a cult, or kill a god and end a cult. Will I be returning to Elden Ring with Tarnished Edition? I think that is likely, yes. Maybe even a certainty. But on PC, because I don't have PSN anymore. So I do have an issue of like characters accessible. Oh. Oh. God, those guys hit hard. And they shoot fast. Will I be returned to Wilds with Ascendants in 2027? That's a good question. Oh shit! I thought you were devoted. Get parried, you clown. Wilds feels like a game that almost didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? It had so much like fanfare and fireworks and festivities, and then it just kind of like dissipated. And I was not one of the people like that really suffered from performance issues too badly. But it for sure was a problem. A rusty helm. Since the God War, the Skyrealms has seen a sharp rise in dogs of war who sell their swords to the highest bidder. They are often ill-equipped with armor like this. Yeah, it did, Makuta. Hang on. I gotta... Do I have I've got my color filter enabled. I do. Let's disable that. The plan right now for streams is finish Red Delusion and then do the BF4 run to fulfill the Pact of Stochastic. Acquire a Switch 2. Not play Elden Ring on the Switch 2, but play it on the PC once Tarnished is out, and then play Duskbloods, and hopefully that's good, and hopefully it doesn't die in the first week. Hey, what's up, Ewan? How you doing? Yeah, I've got a weird night, so we're streaming early and ending early. This hymnal chamber is gigantic, like the rest of this cave. My magic, despite having like 80 spellcast, does not seem very strong, I have to say. More lockpicks than I could ever dare dream to use. Emberian? Nah. Meh. Haven't picked up a Switch 2 yourself. You wonder if there'll be some special Duskbloods edition of the Switch 2? That's a good... Probably? I wouldn't be surprised, actually. I think they're going to lean into it pretty hard. They should anyway. Although, I don't know. Like, they're not doing a... like... Elden Ring edition, are they? That we've seen news of? I guess it's still a little ways out. They could still announce them. This is not interacting. Did I already do this? Why is nothing happening? Oh, we've got the lore goggles on, so I guess we already triggered this. So this loops all the way around, huh? Oh, it couldn't get through this door before. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not precisely sure what form my return to Elden Ring will look like. I do know if I try to make like 3 new invaders on PC, I'm gonna get burned out in a hurry. So that will not be our plan. Maybe we do like a return run to the game. Play through on one of the new character classes. That doesn't seem too crazy, although it is a very big game. But try to approach it with fresh eyes. A less jaundiced perspective, if you will. Expecting a lot of people's return will be short-lived? Maybe. But then I'll just Championship Edition some other invaders in. And, I mean, well, let me actually, the big caveat to this is, yeah, weren't you just streaming it the other day? Like within the last week? You did? Okay. But that was enough to make you sour again? Too big for replay value? I kind of agree. Well, I absolutely agree. I've talked about it many times. Wait. What? Is this the normal exit? Confused. Well, that's fair, Ewan. I guess it feels like a shorter shelf life than DS3. Now I know that's a weird statement to make. Just in the sense that like it takes so long to play through it. Anyway, what I was gonna say is it's all contingent on the balance patch. That will determine how long I stay with the game. That'll be everything. If they don't really change much, then my return may be very short-lived. If the balance patch is interesting, then we might be around for a while. So, we have not found the god yet, and the hymnal chamber did not seem to reveal much to us. I find this cave to be completely unintuitive. I am just baffled every time I take a step here as to where I am. Fall of Avalon. I don't think so. It's super confusing, Makuta. I didn't find the other large cave mine very confusing at all, but this one is baffling. Oh, Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. I have that actually. I've heard good things. That's in the queue. Seems fun. The only thing I've heard about it that's negative is the power scaling is a bit wonky. You get strong, and then like the enemies are just preposterously easy. What's up, Fanny? How you doing? Oh, this is promising. God damn it. So all the gods seem to corrupt in their own image in some way, eh? I assume this would be some kind of crystal god. Damn. I think doing a run to make like an arcane caster that uses the... Doesn't Meter... Oh no, wait. Meter has a staff that lets you cast Faith, Int and Faith equally, basically, right? Or does she also have one that's arcane scaling? Isn't there another one in the DLC that's arcane scaling, or am I wrong? The one with the black orb from Emir. Finger staff is int arc. Oh. Is it better than base game arcane staff, the Albinoric? I assume so, since it's DLC, but who knows? It's Prince of Death levels of requirements to make good, 80 int arc. No. So Albinoric is still better, huh? Well, that puts a damper on that purported reason for the playthrough, I suppose. I'll have to think of a different reason. I was thinking about remaking Naj as an arc caster, because that's been the most fun I've had with casting in that game has been Arcasters. Level 350 build for it. Nah, I'm good with level 350 invasions. Thank you very much. Hard pass. I did level 200 for a little bit. It was extremely silly. I like silly, but there are levels. There are levels. I think I made the Ruin at 200, didn't I? Wasn't I like two-shotting people with my what the hell's the Dex Faith Spear? The Tree Spear. Just annihilating people with that thing. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's a setup. Where's that guy? That archer's a pain in the ass. How is he firing while walking? That's illegal tech. You fool. Just walk down the ramp. Well, we'll see. If the balance patch is not interesting, we're not doing a new run anyway. So we'll have to figure out what the plan is when the DLC comes out. I'm not gonna overthink it. It's me one of those things is like when I see the balance patch, does it make me want to play the game again? If it doesn't, then we're, you know, that's cool. We'll just wait for Duskbloods. And I'll play 3 or 4 more variety games in the meantime. Dread Delusion DLC. Oh, is that a caster? Oh shit, it is. Ow! You guys are jerks. Good thing the archer got disinterested and stopped firing at me. Bless. These archers are nightmares. I think we'll at least do some invasions, if nothing else, when Tarnished comes out. That, I think, is almost a certainty. I'll dip my toes back in the pool, if nothing. Even if we don't do nothing further. Alright, so this must be the way back to the sliding doors. You step through the mirror and appear someplace else. Alright, so we must be very close to the god. That's how mirrors work. Not mine. If your mirror works like that, you need to call a contractor of some sort to get that fixed. That's dangerous. It's a shielding potion, chat. We have not used the shielding potion the entire game, yet I must acquire it. Can't leave that shiny just sitting there. Wonder if we can ride the water down. I highly doubt it. We can spell... Oh, it's an elixir of luck. Never mind. That's actually pretty useful. We can spellcast our way down. Plain iron ore. This deep in the depths. Oh, I'm getting strange music. I think we should have our Hat of Charm on. I mean, the armor probably doesn't matter too much. We're not really using our spells as much. We should probably just put on either the plate armor or the outlaw armor. Let's put on the outlaw. Oh, like the bullfighter cloth sinister belt? Yeah, it is a little funny. I don't know. So FromSoft is usually undersells how much the size of their game. Like famously with Elden Ring, they've like consistently undersold the size and scope of things. I do wonder a little bit if they're doing that with this little DLC thing. They're like, yep, 2 new classes, 4 suits of armor, and 3 pieces of horse armor. It's like, really? That's it? So I kind of wonder if it'll be more than that. I assume it'll be more than that. Alright, we found 2 of them. Where's the 3rd? Oh, right there. No, not a lockbook. All that for some fine ore. Come on, game. It's gotta be Emberian. Oh. It's a 6-legged 3-armed god? Four. 4-armed. No. Yes. Maybe more. It's a little hard to tell. Not the most mobile of gods. Seems like an issue for recruitment. Hello, sir. I'll come back and chat in just a moment, okay? How do I get... I gotta be rude and just climb on top of the god's platform? Alright. No! Gotta be rude again. Pardon me, sir. Ma'am. I am the sculptor, Lucia. The crystal goddess told me you'd come. You sculpted this? I was the first to hear it through the rock walls. Biggest pocket of pure crystal any of us had ever seen. I knew the shape she needed to take. I felt like I was born with it in me, so I started carving in secret. I don't know if we have to end this madness. They seem pretty at peace, honestly. I'm here to swear my loyalty to the crystal goddess, I guess. She grins. Glad to hear it. To complete your bond, go before her and pledge your devotion. Lucia teaches you a series of ritual hand signs needed to complete the pact. I mean, they don't seem that bad. They're pretty violent, but so is everybody else. Is that a frog where the crotch is? What's going on? What's going on with the crotch region? It looks like a frog on a pedestal. It's a face? Like upside down? That's pretty freaky. You're a bit of a freak, Lucia. You stand beneath an intricate crystal statue. It exudes an unmistakable psychic weight. Oh, I forgot we have the Terminus Prism. Man, the Apostatic Union, I don't know, man. I'm not really on their agenda. I'm not really feeling the need to use this Terminus Prism. Admire the statue. Remarkably crafted, the positioning of each arm and leg clearly carries deep meaning to the artist. The identical lower face peers out from between her legs as if being born. Well, the word self-begotten floats through your mind. The longer you look, the more admiration you feel, not just for the artist and her achievement, but for the crystal goddess herself and all the depths that she carries. So we have 3 options. Do nothing, just leave. Pledge loyalty, which seems a bit extreme. Can we pledge friendliness? Amiability? Some kind of non-aggression pact? Just leave? Boring. No. Absolutely not. I like the chimes here. I mean, she is infecting like the miners and stuff with these crystals, but they don't seem too upset about it. They don't seem like in pain or in anguish. We'll see what happens if we pledge loyalty. I think it's more interesting, at least. Before performing the ritual, which Lucia taught you, you wonder, are you sure this is the choice you want to make? Oh, shit. This has consequences. A pact such as this cannot be broken. Well, when you put it that way. Certainly, just destroying her, I don't think will be very interesting. We've already killed all of her followers except for a handful. Maybe she gives you the red eye orb. God, can you imagine invasions in this? This is making me feel like as indecisive as the Pageth quest did. Or a hemmed and hawed forever. This place is too hard to get to just leave, though. We have to decide now. It's hard to imagine it. I mean, I wonder if this changes even like the endings potentially. End stream and ponder it off stream for a day. That seems a little excessive. You just have to sit here and think on it. We're thinking deeply, Epi. I mean, I don't think we've had an issue, situation where we've had to swear devotion. Like, we've, like, given the godlets to the Wiccans. We've helped Pageth, but that didn't even require, like, a, swearing devotion. I suppose we effectively did. But it wasn't, like, a choice that's, like is being presented to us right now. We'll join up. She seems nice enough. Visions cross through your mind of geometric threads converging at the statue's heart. Immaculate webs extend in all directions, weaving through the veins of the surrounding rock. You see the cosmic totality unified through her. The goddess sees you too with that caressing gaze of hers. She sees all things. My beautiful child, you will retain yourself because you have another purpose. Oh, we don't have to get crystal corrupted. I have set an even finer rule in the tapestry for you. I will guide you now. Take this with you. You feel something move inside your bag. Looking inside, you discover that the terminus prism which the imprisoned Inquisitor gave you has been smashed. In the middle of the pieces lies a small parcel wrapped neatly in flower petals. Thank you. Thank you, Crystal Goddess. The epic crystal shard. A sliver? No, a silver? Probably sliver. A sliver of genuine epic crystal. This treasure harmonizes your body with the island's network of crystals, ensuring that when you use a crystal point, your health is restored. Oh, she's connected to the crystal save points? Interesting. Interesting. Hey, I'm one of the club, except I don't have to get crystallized like you. Oh, you don't care. All right, Lucia, see you later. I wonder if we can tell, like, the woman that was at the beginning. She seemed most... Wait, where was the mirror? Was it over here? Oh, we did find all 3 of the urns, so we can go back to the worm now, too. Oh. And we can upgrade the sword because we have found 3 Emberian crystals. Oh, Christ. Where was the mirror? I don't know. I've forgotten already. Motherfucker. Be good to find right now. There it is. Interesting. Alright, so we got a... Okay. So if I understood what she was saying, this epoch crystal will now heal us when we go to the a crystal shrine thing, which already restores my mana. Is there another? Oh shit! So I wait on one of you guys. I'm on your team. Team Crystal Goddess. I guess I didn't get warped and transmogrified like they did, so they don't recognize it. They did not get the memo. Mine Kaled? There's another area that looks a lot like Kaled, actually. Oh, that is exactly what it does. Well, that's very handy. I did murder their friends before joining. Yeah, but now I'm part of the team. Gotta let bygones be bygones. It's all for the goddess and her crystalline network of friendship. Now, when we came up out of the elevator at one point in that journey, we were at another area that I'm not sure I've fully explored yet, but how do we get back there? Damn. That was good damage. I guess the one thing about Elden Ring, if I do go back, is I can toggle between regular vanilla and I was thinking about that over there actually, and seamless if I want to, which has its advantages. Did we explore this thing? I feel like we did. Maybe not. Two days ago, no, I can't remember. Although oh, maybe I think we must have. We already looted the area. Oh yeah, we did this. Okay, I remember. All right. We could do a challenge run, an Elden Ring challenge run. Although I'll be coming off of a Bloodborne challenge run, so maybe that's not the best idea. I've heard that like a no weapon upgrade run is maybe the more interesting way to do it. That way you can use whatever you want because you can level your stats. You just keep your damage mitigated by not upgrading anything. DS3 challenge run. I've thought about that from time to time. That might be fun, actually. I don't know. I would want to do like some kind of min requirements run. I wouldn't want to do like the cell sword thing. I'd have to like. I'm trying to think of like what my favorite weapon. Like yeah, I'm returning to my Bloodborne BL4 threaded cane run. Let me re-verify the last time I streamed that. It's been a minute. Let's see. Bloodborne is my 4th most streamed game. It will absolutely be the 3rd most by the time we finish the run. The last time we did BL4 was May 28th, 2020. The last time I streamed Bloodborne at all was October 16th, 2021. 2021! Holy shit. That's crazy. It's not that surprising. I'm a little surprised it's been 5 years. I would have guessed like 2 or 3. 5 is a little shocking, actually. Hey, what's up, Alex? Yes, the tech and the actual save file editors did kind of murder Bloodborne. It was a sad fate. That was during COVID, it's true. Jesus Christ. You love doing your Shinobi run with Uchigatana and all the Dragon Stealth School spells? Yeah, it might be fun to get the Sekiro tier for a run in Elden Ring. Maybe we can figure something that would be interesting to do for a challenge playthrough. The problem with the challenge playthrough of Elden Ring is it will take a long time. And then I'll be burned out and won't want to invade. RL1 Sekiro tier start, just like CE it in. I mean, we conceivably could do that. Level 1 with full upgrade shouldn't take too long. For you. Have you considered I'm not very good at the PvE? And I assume you mean like main bosses only, not like every side dungeon boss? For it won't take too long? What the hell is this place? Look at this helmet. This design is crazy. The Sky Realms are vast, with many uncharted islands that shelter ne'er-do-wells. This helmet has been modified with studs, possibly to facilitate a nasty headbutt. Interesting that the outlaw armor only upgrades once. A true Iberian greatsword of the kind that was wielded by the knights and paladins of that long ago empire. To carry this is almost to walk through the age of myths again. But as a hero or a villain? A hero, of course. We're very nice people. Hell yes. Every side dungeon is too much content without a challenge. Isn't it too much content with a challenge? Isn't that the problem? It's a funny prize to get. Oh, even without a challenge. Oh, okay, okay. Yes, I agree. It'd have to be like main bosses only. Anyway, we'll ponder it. We've got lots of time. Relatively speaking. To the worm! Man, I'm trying to think of like if I could do a level 1 or min requirements run in DS3, what even my weapon would be. Like I mean, like Naj primarily used Claymore. That's not a terribly interesting weapon to choose. Or Saint's Bident, I use that a lot as well. I don't think you can use that at level 1 though I don't remember. Time to go full attack. Not that impressive. These guys are weak as shit. These skeletons are a little tougher. Yep, still a little tougher. God damn them. The ruin used oh, that's true. We could use the Moonlight Greatsword. Yeah. That is true. That could be fun. Although that would have to be a min requirement run, I'm pretty sure. Maybe with rings you can use it. Jerp, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders, to this weird ass game. Hey, Jerp, how you doing? Appreciate the raid. Hope you had a beautiful stream. We're in the endless realm. The third area that we've gotten to in this game. I think one of the last areas, if I'm not mistaken. Is the fridge welcome? How was the spacefaring game this evening, Jerp? Greetings, O tasteless morsel. We are pleased to find that you still smell disgusting. You spent like 100,000 getting a new ship and kitting it out, and now you're equipped for big money if you can find places to land. Nice. $100 million? That's a lot. Although I suppose a spaceship would be very expensive. This is a dragon that has, by consuming a bunch of the Endless, these cursed citizens of this realm, has acquired a conglomeration of immortal souls that are not in control of it, but sentient within it and want to assert control over it, which is what we're trying to do. It's a very, like many of the quests, kind of interesting, actually. I have the urns you wanted. Yes, yes, the beast can smell them. Its hunger grows. For your own sake, morsel, drop them where you stand, lest you be devoured. You drop the urns just before the worm's massive jaws and close them in a single terrible motion. For a moment, the creature is deadly still, then a great spasm moves through its body. We just fed it like a bunch more of the souls of the endless. Such potency, such dreadful flavor, the worm is overwhelmed, morsel. And we can already feel our ancient allies joining us. Please, take this. The worm convulses, and with a horrible sound, it coughs up a treasure chest encased in a huge amount of phlegm. Thanks. We bid you farewell, morsel. The worm is overcome with a great energy. It will fly, and then it will sleep. Farewell. I have not played Kingsfield. We have talked about that game a few times while playing this, though. So we got a treasure. A glorious treasure, I think. Did we get anything else? Was it just the glorious treasure? I think it was just the glorious treasure. Which is fine, which is fine. Okay. So, what's next? 2 quests done, though, chat. Very efficient. So, let's go to the Entombed one, I guess. Because outside of the Entombed one, the only thing we have is to find... Oh, maybe we should do the Duchess first. Because I assume the Entombed one is connected to the end of the story of this area. So maybe we should actually first do the Duchess. Who is over here? The Ruins of Verdant. Maybe we should go rest somewhere, though. Some treasure and some delusion? Okay. I like the story of that quest, though. That was nice. Let's go take a nap. Hey, what's up, Loyo? Maybe make some more stamina potions, too. Gothic remake? I own Gothic. I think I own all 3 Gothic games, because they were on sale for, like, you know, $3 or, like, total or something. From what I have seen, the levels of jank are very high in Gothic, which I'm not, like, you know, I can tolerate that, but... I have a lot of games, like, kind of like that are supposed to be quite good, but are a bit dated and a bit janky. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I forgot you guys sleep in the daytime. Room, please. I did see a few of the trailers from the Keighley Fest. I didn't watch any of it live or listen to it live. Very excited about Alien Isolation, obviously. Very much looking forward to that game. Alien Isolation 2, I should say. How do we get over there? That's a real question. I wonder if it'd be worth replaying the first one as a prelude to that one. That's not coming out for probably like a year or two, so this is very much the definition of an idle question. The answer of which has no meaningful impact on my life for a long time. Could be kind of fun. It's a very fun game, but I don't know. This is one of those things I just like say and like never do. It would be fun. I probably won't do it though. Excuse me. All right. Not sure how we get over there actually. The year will go. Yeah, but the problem is more games come out. There's always more games, you see. The games are always piling up. No matter what I do, there's always more than there were. Well, actually, maybe we can get over there. Let's see. The queue never shrinks. Absolutely not. It is always growing. 100 games? You got to curate that that list. See, the problem with multiplayer games like that, live service games, they just don't leave the queue. You don't cross them off. They're just there. Here's like 5,000. Godspeed. Oh, we can go up there quite easily, in fact. Didn't we? Oh, I guess we haven't gone over there, have we? That's the Northern Mausoleum. Okay, we haven't actually fully explored this area. These archers, an enormous pain in the ass. If anything fired projectiles like this in Elden Ring or any From game, I would be raging. Like you're like impaling them with a Zweihander and they just keep firing at you, I would be apoplectic. I think all of my deaths were in that one area at the beginning when the enemies kept respawning in that glitch. I don't think I've died since then. We almost died just the other day. We got cornered. Oh, was that small mausoleum we were looking at after the mine, actually. I almost died there. Very close. I died a lot. I was so irritated. I had at least 3 or 4 just like, what the hell is going on here, deaths. But it was a minor little hiccup in the scheme of things. We've not had that bug since. Thank God. Candy May, how you doing? Hello. Penitent thaws. Oh, this is the flesh farm. Gross. Wow, we have very few jitter seeds. Holy shit. I thought we had a ton. We really don't. I still have 139 throwing knives. I feel like I've sold like 500 of them. Good heavens. Hello. This is Penitent Thaw. This is the most recent Endless. She's the youngest Endless in the realm. The rotted woman advances towards you, her robes trailing along the ground. Nearby is a floating cage inhabited by a twittering, gibbering corpse. The cage drifts closer to you, gaining momentum. Hang on. Stand right there. Don't move a muscle. What? The cage corpse opens its mouth and begins to sing a giddy melody. Your shadow lifts from the ground and wraps itself around your knees, bearing you down to the floor. Well, that doesn't sound good. Why have you come here? Are you an assassin? A thief? A rival mage seeking to steal my secrets? What did you do to me? My familiar has cast a spell to keep her from doing anything that you might regret. Now answering my questions. Rotting corpse in the cage is certainly an unusual familiar. Kinda cool though, I have to admit. My name is Penitent Thaw. Some call me the greatest living mage in the Sky Realms. Personally, I'm not sure I'm truly alive, but the rest of it is right. So you better answer my questions carefully. Are you an assassin? A thief? A rival mage? I'm chasing someone from the Dark Star Company. Dark Star, eh? I take it you're after Vela Kolos. You know her? Only by reputation. Unlike the rest of the Endless, I actually make an effort to keep up with the affairs in the outside world. So why are you chasing the most dangerous mercenary in all the Sky Realms exactly? I've been forced into it by the Inquisition. Interesting. They must be desperate indeed to be trying to get a pawn like you to the end of the board. She makes a dismissive motion with her hand. As suddenly as they came, the shadows recede, leaving you free to stand up. Go on, but make it quick. I'm growing bored. Alright. About those vats of flesh down there. The flesh farms. A fine invention if I do say so myself. You created them. Oh yes. I've always been interested in transgressing the boundaries of the flesh. The Endless needed life force, you see, and they were getting it through the most barbaric means. First they ate their fellow countrymen, then when they ran out of mortals, they started attacking other islands. Then I arrived and I put a stop to all that. The magic was quite complex, so I won't go into it, but the flesh farms are non-sentient and provide enough life force for the Endless to gorge themselves sick, and all without hurting a single soul. And the Endless? How did you become an Endless? Unlike the rest of the walking cadavers you've no doubt met, I only arrived here 2 centuries ago. I was dying of some embarrassing, incurable malady that made me cough and splutter like an idiot. I requested to be made one of the Endless, but they denied me. Well, first they tried to eat me, but I kept them at bay with magic. Then they denied me. But they were impressed by my spells and allowed me to stay in the kingdom for a while. How did you persuade them? Over the next year, clinging to life by a thread, I secretly created the first of the flesh farms. And I told the queen that I could make more, enough to sustain the whole kingdom without need for bloodshed. But I was going to die soon and I'd take my secrets with me. Well, I was made an Endless pretty quickly after that, I can assure you. And what's your opinion of the Queen of Silver? I have a low opinion of royalty, useless for the most part, and the Queen isn't necessarily an exception, but she did give me the sanctum and the freedom to experiment as I please. So she suits my purposes, and if anyone challenges her, I will quite happily destroy them. And you... we already know the answers to these things, but what's that thing in the cage? This is my familiar, my ex-husband's soul. I turned him into an embodiment of and an amplifier for all my spells and wards. If he ever escapes the cage, you better start running and not look back. Why did you turn your ex-husband into a familiar? I was married to my husband to secure an alliance for my family, and I never much liked him. A man whose brains were in his fists. Once upon a time, I promised him that one day, when I was a powerful mage, I'd come back to our pathetic village and make a hell of my own devising just for him. I made good on my promise. We already know the answers to these, right? This is my sanctum. Here I peel back the layers of reality and glimpse the terrifying truths beyond. I teach myself languages that were exiled from history. I push alchemy and necrotheurgy to its limits. I am more than just a mage, mortal. I am a pioneer. But who are you really, Penitent Thaw? Greatest living mage, yep. What kind of name is Penitent? My parents were religious to the point of madness. My full name is Approach Thy Death with a Penitent Heart. Damn. Believe me, if you had a name like that, you'd shorten it too. Alright, thank you, Ms. Thaw. Good heavens. That's pretty gnarly. I wasn't expecting the bones sticking out of it so prominently. Surely there was a way to avoid the non-sentient eyeballs? It makes me question the non-sentient aspect of this. When he turns towards you, you can see his eyes are obscured by two large golden coins. He lifts one of them and appraises you swiftly before dropping it back into place. His name is Magotson. Magotson. Don't get many like yourself around here, life lubber. Can't remember the last time I saw a person with their own nose. He taps his own hollowed-out nostrils. An earthworm squirms within. What are you doing here? Why, I'm tending to the flesh farm, of course. Someone's got to. All this flesh ain't gonna... Flesh? All this flesh ain't gonna look after itself. What do you know about the entombed one, Magotson? Well, he's entombed. I know that much for sure. Okay. Would you like to elaborate? Listen, whatever's down there, I don't want to piss it off by speculating about its nature. It's huge, and it's powerful. Hopefully Penitent Thaw, the Queen of Silver, or someone can send it back to sleep. And if it does wake up, well, I'll worry about it then. Goodbye, Magotson. Gross. This place is... It's a rough place. I mean, I suppose the giant flesh farm is preferable to the cadaver crusades. I wonder what choice we're going to be given in this this realm. Ending the curse, which would kill everybody, basically. So, of the active quests we have... Nothing relates to this giant building to the north, as best I can tell. So I wonder if it's... related to a quest we haven't acquired yet. Or an extension of a quest we haven't moved far enough along yet. Or neither. That's true in life. So you're saying we're doing them a favor. What happened to that lamp? Oh, whoa. 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 Oh, yeah, the bridge to Clockwork Kingdom. Oh, no, that's a... Wait. Wait. That's a bridge to Hollowshire. Would not be much of a choice to offer then? No, I'm just saying maybe we do something that kills them outright. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I have no idea, obviously. To Pwill. Oh, yeah, to Pwill. Okay. Forgot about Pwill. I'm a resident on Saints Tomodachi Island. It's true. He was making me friends with a monstrous person last time I saw. Centrist Blood Render, or whatever the hell his name is. I did that? What did I do? He just dropped me next to him. It wasn't my fault. Where the hell are we? I'm a little confused here. It was, I mean, I feel like you're being a very, very aggressive with the use of the word you. Since that is very much not me, but it's poor PNG Cognito. Forced to be friends with a war criminal. I guess it's better than being friends with the clown. That clown is fucked up. I'm Chat's grandpa? I know, I know. I prefer Unc, but sure, why not? Cadaver Crusades. This statue stands in memoriam to all the endless who lost their lives in the Cadaver Crusades. All creatures are permitted to follow their nature, be they predator or prey. None should feel shame for their instincts. Yikes. This is murder, mass murder apologia. They do handle differently. But I would say the combat is not sophisticated enough to really worry about it too much. That's the sword, and then you've got the dagger, which is faster. But the combat's very, very straightforward. It's fun. It's not like boring combat, but it's not so like layered that you need to worry about your weapon too much. Strafe, hit. Strafe, hit, parry, hit, block, hit. Things of that nature. These Wiccans and their statues, I don't know, man. So what is this place? I feel like I'm in a Castlevania game with this music. I have not seen Cadaver Keep mentioned in any dialogue so far, that I can remember anyway. Perhaps it is not related to a quest, although that is a little unusual in this game. Oh shit. These fucking javelin throwing bastards. Interesting. Get over here, Squidward. It's leaving slime everywhere. Huh. Oh, that creates a shortcut too. Interesting. Boo, 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 boo. 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 Boo, 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 boo. 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 Boo, 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 boo. Oh no. Do, 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 do. That looks pretty far, that jump. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. All that for a single mana potion. Ridiculous. Or a health potion, rather. Hey, this place is fucked up. There's slime everywhere. Hello. Are you friendly? No. The brutish endless blinks at you. Stop right there. I'm not allowed to let anyone down into meat processing. And I'm not allowed to tell anyone it's called meat processing. Oh, they're still like... Someone was talking about this. Oh, that's the merchant. The illegal purveyor of sentient meat. I told him I was going to buy some, but then he was like, nah, you don't want this. You're not an endless. You're doing a real good job there. The endless grins shamelessly. Suppose we could just kill him. So I wonder if we can start a quest that connects to this. Or not. Look at this. We got artillery set up. Why do they need so many dead bodies? Because they eat other meat creatures. And they're not too bothered by the sentience of those creatures. Fully sentient is perfectly fine. Before the creation of the meat farm, they had crusades purely for feeding. And when the curse first happened in this realm, only like half the people were turned into an endless. And they fed on the other half of the population. Oh yeah, we had a real deep frame dip there. Very brief and very aggressive frame drop. We good, chat? We're good on Discord. Sorry, Discord. OBS side. We had a very aggressive frame drop there for a second. But it seems to have stopped. Anyway, I was saying when the curse happened, the endless that were not changed into immortals, or sorry, the people in this realm that were not changed to immortals were eaten by the endless, who craved their flesh. So this leads us to here, which is what? The Endless is cleaning a handful of teeth with a dirty rag. How's it going, Breather? Excuse me? The man picks up the teeth one by one and slots them into his gums with a squelch. Ah, sorry, Breather, I was cleaning my teeth. He smiles at you. Despite his efforts, his teeth don't look very clean. Not often we get one of your kind snooping around Cadaver Keep. What can I do you for? What is this place? Why, this is the stronghold of the Cadavers, Breather. You see, years ago, when the Cadaver Crusades were in full swing, we used this fortress to launch our assaults on the living. Our knights would haul in wagons of mortals, squirming and writhing together in their own filth. In those days, we'd have banquets of flesh every night, our goblets running with warm blood. He smiles at you, seemingly unaware that this might make you uncomfortable. But you don't eat mortals anymore, right? Oh, of course not, Breather. By decree of the Queen, we eat only the mindless meat from the penitent Thaw's flesh farms. Now, if you hear of an Endless boasting about how he's been eating the thinking stuff, they didn't get it from us, you hear? No sirree. We have nothing to do with them black market shenanigans. Thirsty, welcome back to the Pink Congregation for 44 months. Thank you for over 3.5 years. Very much appreciate it. Hope you're doing very well. Please enjoy your Silver Cat emotes. Welcome back, Thirsty. Where does that black market meat come from? The thinking stuff? Now, not that I'd know, Breather, but if I were to take a wild guess, I'd say you could get living flesh from all sorts of places these days. A smart Endless would broker deals with all sorts of unscrupulous mortal types, trade with smugglers and ruffians for corpses, or with morticians who have a surplus of clients. Of course, what would the Queen have outlawed all such flesh trade, flesh farms notwithstanding? I wouldn't really know anything about any of this. Naturally. Well, thank you. Don't need the drawbridge lowered because I lowered it myself. So we haven't come this way, I guess? Oh, shit. I'm just here to talk. Never mind. I'm starting to think this Cadaver Keep, these folk might not be on the up and up. Just a hunch I've got. What is all this? Have I been over here? Huh. Oh, I've been here. We were just over this way. The thinking stuff. Oh, if I had just zigged instead of zagged, we would have gone up this way. I see. Hello. I'm friends with the other cadavers. No need to be alarmed. You don't appear to be alarmed, actually. Hello? Oh, yes you are. Take it back. Shit. Oh, get fucked, I guess. Good heavens. What? Endless Royalists now consider you accepted. Oh, because we're killing the outlaws. Yeah, I'm not really a supporter of the eating of the sentient meat. That seems like bad business. They don't seem to like the Queen of Silver too much around here. Does my crystal goddess have an opinion on the meat eating debate, do you think? I suspect she's pretty down on it. She's about the connections between beings, right? The connections that we feel to each other, but just based on vibes of the earth. I feel like eating each other is really against that. I feel like that's bad. I feel like that's bad for the connected vibes. Like real bad. If bad, why tasty? Well, you know. Most everything's tasty to somebody. That's no defense. I feel like maybe like we should have like gotten something from Penitent Thaw about this. This seems like too connected. It seems weird that there would not be a quest for this. And we should try to engage in some dialogue again. There's got to be something about this. Now that we've killed all the residents here. But we haven't gone down to the farm area. The sentient farm area. Oh shit. Whoops. Did I go upstairs at Penitent Thaw's or here? Here I did not. I didn't go downstairs or upstairs. We just killed all the people on the first floor. Well, I feel like I want to see, surely there's something about Thaw on this. Seems weird there's not. There was no charm option, but we didn't really push the issue either. Jeez. Maybe there's something we didn't trigger over here. One of the most impressive things about this plant is the giant moving stone tunnel. Very imposing and seems unnecessary, really, to have this giant, make them stone walls. Seems to add a lot of complication. You are gazing upon a vast mass of heaving, quivering, pulsing flesh. It is utterly featureless, apart from the occasional callous, weeping sore, or stubby vestigial appendage. Ooh. As you stare, you hear a voice in your head. You are like me. Oh no, it's sentient? Oh dear. The voice fills your skull without bothering to pass through the intermittent air, a colossal, mind-fracturing sound like the explosion of a star. Who are you? You breathe, you sweat, you eat, sleep, excrete, correct? I suppose. What of it? You are like me, a living thing, unlike the dried-up husks who cannot hear me no matter how bitterly I scream. Jesus Christ. Are you referring to the Endless? Is that what you call them? Vicious little fleas. So I can hear you because I am alive? Correct. I speak in words of flesh and life. Your blood pumps my words from heart to mind. I am the way of all flesh. I have a simple question for you. What is the meaning of life? Listen, flesh being. You can't just drop existential bombs on me like this. Well, I can tell you, well, I suppose I can tell you the meaning of your life. You were created by the Endless to serve as a source of life energy. I am their food? Sorry. You must stop them. I am a living, thinking entity. I cannot resign myself to serving as food. I'll talk to Megaton and see if we can't find a solution here. We cannot, though. I can tell you that right now. How are you speaking inside my head? Somewhere within this expansive, useless tissue floats a brain, or perhaps a network of brains, spread throughout my body. I have no doubt that this brain formed by mistake against the wishes of my creators, but it formed nevertheless, and it is a powerful organ. I have been observed in my ability to frighten small animals away by shouting my thoughts at them, but until now I have never had the chance to communicate with a living being who could actually understand my words. How long have you been self-aware? Over 100 years, although in the early days my thoughts were very simple and often illogical. I knew I didn't like pain, and that was about it. I have been getting smarter every year. I imagine that soon my cerebral capabilities will be quite frightening. Goodbye, flesh being. Come back soon, without you. The silence is deafening. This seems so sad. So now we have to choose between supporting the cadavers who eat sentient beings or Thaw, who feeds everyone with one giant sentient being. It would seem those are the choices. Sentient being or other sentient being. Many sentient beings or one of many sentient being, singular. Did you know that your flesh farm has become self-aware? Ha, that's funny, mate. You're a riot. I'm serious. The flesh mass has been communicating to me telepathically. Are you being serious? Yes, and it wants you to stop feeding on it. Ah, and what? Did it sing you a song? Did it whisper sweet nothings in your ear? It's been self-aware for decades, but only the living can hear it. Listen, mate. This still sounds like a joke to me, but if you're serious, go talk to Penitent Thaw. She created the flesh farms in the first place. She's clever. She'll know what to do. Penitent Thaw is in her sanctum just above us, up there. You should stop feeding on the flesh farm, though, right? And what's the alternative, eh? Shall I eat you instead? Go talk to Thaw, mate. Well, we got no choice but to kill all the Endless. Which does sound difficult. You again, mortal. I presume you have, she sighs, questions about those vats of flesh down there. The flesh farms, a fine invention if I do say so myself. Did you know that the flesh farm is becoming self-aware? Interesting. Elaborate. It can only speak to the living, but it can speak. What level of intelligence are we talking about here? Did it exhibit any unusual traits or particularly alien preferences? Only that it doesn't want to be used as a food source. I suppose that makes sense. I wouldn't either. Listen, mortal, what you're saying should be impossible. But if you're telling the truth, we have a problem. If the flesh farms are becoming sentient and don't want to be eaten, then, well, the Endless will no longer have a moral way to sustain themselves. It could mean a return to the bad old ways. Oh, we know what that means, but we'll ask anyway. No, we won't. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Before I came along and created the flesh farms, the Endless sustained themselves by waging bloody war on other islands and eating their enemies. It was called the Cadaver Crusades. Ever since they stopped, a few mad old bastards like Lord Ritter have been pushing for them to return. But surely the Endless have changed since then. Circumstances change, people don't, and if circumstances go back to how they were, what should we do then? Most importantly, we need to kill the flesh farm that's developed sentience. It might be the only one. There are dozens of flesh farms in the kingdom buried under the mausoleums, and we don't want this infection to spread to any more of them. But surely it has a right to life. It's a lump of inanimate flesh. We'd be doing it a favor. In addition, we need to ensure that Lord Ritter never hears about this. Have you told anyone else? Yeah. All right. This is like the villain explaining his plan. Why would you tell me the name of the person that can never hear about this? Only Maggottson. You fool. You need to go check on him at once. Go! Whatever you do, don't tell Bob about this. Oh, Maggottson, you fool. Maggottson has disappeared. You notice traces of blood on the floor. This could be Lord Ritter's doing. Already? It's been like 3 minutes. You should visit his estate on the cliffs to the southwest of Sepulchre. I'm sorry, how did Lord Ritter get wind of this already? Time is convoluted? Extremely. Alright. I mean, all these quests, no quests in this game have a good, clean answer. I suppose if I have to make the trade-off here, killing the, inanimate vat of flesh is preferable to creating conditions for new cadaver crusades across the entire continent. He's been following the movements of the breather. I did meet him briefly. We had nothing to say because I found him a long time ago. Is he like down here? There he is. We have to go immediately as soon as we get some rest. We're so tired. So fatigued. When am I getting a ship, man? When am I getting a goddamn ship? If the Flesh Crusade people find out it's sentient, would they suddenly like to eat it? They might. I don't see why not. No thrill of the hunt, though. And they've also always, like, they've all said it's, like, tasteless, basically. It lacks the spice, the umami of the sentient flesh. So it's more than just sentience. Although maybe sentience is intrinsic, since you need to hunt. Lord Ritter, I presume. Maggottson, is that you? Maggottson has clearly been tortured. Broken ribs poke through desiccated flesh. His teeth are in splinters. A rusty hook still protrudes from his shoulder. Hello, mate. Maggottson, what happened to you? Lord Ritter. Lord Ritter did this. He spits a yellow tooth under the ground at your feet. After you told me about the flesh farm being sentient, I thought it was pretty funny. Told some of my mates about it. They told their mates. This all happened in in the 3 minutes I was upstairs. You guys get around to run this place. My goodness. And before you know it, Lord Ritter is visiting my farm. Smacks me around a bit, says we have much to discuss. All this just because you mentioned that the flesh farm might be self-aware. Yeah. Lord Ritter's been looking for a flaw in the farms for years. His prayers are finally being answered. What is he doing now? Lord Ritter's going to investigate the rumors about the flesh farm, and if he can prove them to be true, he'll try to start up the old crusades again. He's around here somewhere. You have to stop him, mate. Well, we do have to stop that. Regardless of what else we do. Can't have the crusade starting up. Hello. A Butlerian jihad? Well, I'm not sure this is a one-for-one with the Butlerian jihad. What is this bleed thing we keep seeing? I still don't know what that means. Well, look who it is. Back to pepper me with irrelevant questions, I assume. Why did you torture poor Maggottson? He came to me with some very interesting information. I had to know more, and I thought he was keeping secrets from me, but it seems he was just as ignorant as he claimed to be. That's true, Makuta. So you've heard the rumor that the flesh farm is self-aware? Ah, word travels fast, I see. Yes, I've heard. It is the final evidence that our kingdom must finally change its degenerate course and return to our golden era. What do you intend to do? I've already sent word to some old comrades in arms. Apparently the flesh farm can only communicate with mortals, so we're going to hire a mortal who will prove that these rumors are true. After that, well, if all goes to plan, the crusades will begin anew. I could talk to the flesh farm. No, I would not do that. I'm not going to help you on that. I mean, I think they would follow him. You're a monster. I've been called far worse by better mortals than you. Usually just before I tore their hearts from their chests. Talk to Thaw. Should we just kill Ritter? He turns his gaze slowly towards you. Somehow, despite the mask, you can tell it is hostile. Oh yeah, no shit. Hey, Maggots, and you take care. We're just gonna leave him here? Alright. Weird. This is kind of one of the stranger quests procedurally, I have to say. Came up too high. Penitent Thaw, things are pretty fucked. Can we not tell the flesh about this? Flesh, you have to understand. It's for the greater good. Greetings again, and thank you for coming back. I was getting lonely. Well, we cannot initiate dialogue. Come back soon. Without you, the silence is deafening. We are not given the freedom to tell the flesh farm about this. It appears it will not be involved in the moral decision here. What? What? I am trying to speak to Thaw about this. There we go. Lord Ritter knows that the flesh farm is sentient. Well, that's it then. I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this, but here you go. She hands you a bundle of strange orbs. These are phage spider eggs. Enough of these can skeletonize an entire village in a matter of hours. They'll destroy the flesh farm and leave no trace once they hatch. Just deposit the eggs on top of the flesh mass and leave as quickly as you can. Once they hatch, the spiders will devour the flesh in about 35 minutes. You expect me to annihilate a totally unique life form? For the good of the whole world, yes. If the Endless can't feed on flesh farms, we'll launch a second cadaver crusade. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but when we get hungry enough, Lord Ritter will start to sound very convincing. Sad. Both these options suck, but the danger of the Crusades. Well, I wanted to. I wanted to be able to kill all the endless. I wanted to lift the curse, thereby letting them all die. A mercy, you see. Fine, I'll do it. I'm so glad they understand the severity of the issue. Now, off with you. Fuck you, Thaw. A cluster of slimy, pulsating eggs, each the size of your fist. Occasionally something sharp will prod against the membrane like a needle pressing at a bedsheet. It looks like they could hatch at any minute. Cool. What if we assimilated with the flesh? I'm not sure that would be in our best interest. It has not been an option presented to me yet, Vapid. Maybe it will be before all is said and done. Greetings again, and thank you for coming back. I was getting lonely. Your creator, Penitent Thaw, wants me to murder you. What? No, you're not going to do it, are you? Can we not explain this to this poor sentient flesh mass? I haven't made up my mind yet. Please have mercy. Why does she want me to die? The Endless could kill thousands of people if they're no longer able to feed on you. Please, I did not choose to be a thinking being. It was not a choice I made. It is just what I am. That's it? That's the only dialogue I get? Where's my charming hat option to convince it that it's a sacrifice for the betterment of the world? Could always go back to Ritter. He's not going to do anything. He doesn't give a shit. He wants to go kill people. He's in it for the war. Just make the spiders eat Ritter? Yeah, I don't think that's going to be an option either. Yeah, can we not just kill? I was just about to say that, Vapid. Let's leave. I wonder if we can just kill Ritter. The flesh mass's thought speech collapses into panic sobbing. Oh, jeez. We're gonna test that, Drip. I suspect I can't kill him. I think he's gonna have lower armor. Someone else will just do what Ritter would do? Yeah, but not during my playtime. During my playtime, everything's gonna be fine. I could kill them too. That's right, I can just keep coming back. Killing these upstarts. What's up, Rumpel? Is this a Scrolls-like? It's a little Morrowindy, a little Kingsfieldy. Hey, Ritter. Oh, boo! 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 Sad. That's sad. Why are we booing? I can't kill this NPC. Which is my preferred solution to our dilemma. The game wants me to have to make a choice. And killing Ritter is an exit to that choice, so it's not giving me the option. There's no way there's gonna be more dialogue, Geo. The game wants me to have to make that choice. I think that's pretty clear. Maybe we can try, but I don't think we're going to have anything else. Yeah, I mean, we're not even getting... All we're getting is stuff that we talked to him about before. What do you think about Penitent Thaw? Yeah, doesn't like her. Yeah, it doesn't... There are not, like... In terms of, like, questing, the dialogue trees don't really change that much. The most you're gonna get is, like, a charm for, like, the ends of some quests. Like we had in Clockwork Kingdom. Surely express your true feelings about the Queen of Silver, Ritter. Despite your painfully short lifespan, you do, on this occasion, speak wisely. Why should I tread lightly around our empty shell of a queen? She's a simpleton, weak-willed and weak-hearted, her mind addled by melancholy. In the good old days, my war council controlled her. These days, her puppet master has changed, but she remains a puppet. Do you mean the seneschal? Don't make me laugh. That nervous little lapdog? No. Thankfully, our kingdom has not fallen quite so far as that. Well, who do you mean? You must understand, the Endless were devoted to the Cadaver Crusades in those days, so the warriors held the power and I was the greatest warrior of all. After I and a few other like-minded lords formed a war council, the queen didn't even read the orders we asked her to sign. We had free reign. Yeah, see, he wants to relive the old days. He wants war regardless. What do you know about the Entombed One? He's stirring. Back in the old days, the ground would shake once every half-decade or so. Now it's every week. He's waking up, and I cannot wait for the tide of blood that will soon flow. Do you know who the Entombed One might be? It's the Hooded King, my liege. He is waking up because we have forgotten our hunger and we have become worthless and weak. Soon he will rise from his grave, sweep away the traitors in the Castle of Ribs, and take command of our kingdom once again. And I will be there to offer him my sword. Yeah, no option. Sad. Surprise attack! Yeah. Just wanted to see if we caught the code off guard there. Well, that sucks. We're just gonna put this quest off. I don't want to decide this right now. We're gonna put it off. We'll figure it out later. How about we go down to the tomb, I suppose. Oh no, wait. We should start on our way to the Duchess. Maybe the Duchess will tell us things that, whoa, that change the way we think about things. Yeah, that's right. The more we put it off, the flesh can live longer. It would be pretty funny if you got the eggs and didn't use them right away. That they hatched and like killed you. Oh, the queen is literally depressed, yeah, so she's not gonna do much. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. So the Duchess has magical skeletons guarding her castle, supposedly. Oh shit, what's that? What is that? It's like a kind of like a jellyfish, sorta, kinda. It's cool. Hello. My God, so many lockpicks in this game. So many skeletons, and they weren't lying. Reward filler, that it is. That it is. That did jack shit. God damn you all and your fucking no scope 3 aiming bullshit. Your hyper armor ass firing. Do it. Do it. Look at this. Don't say. Oh my. Interesting. Boo, 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 boo. Was there one of these in the other area? I don't think so. Seven might. Oh. An unseen device, eh? Have the Endless tried living on the surface of the planet? I don't know. Will they just burn and just live as charred remains forever? There are a lot of skeletons here. That is for fucking sure. The Siberian sword is pretty good. Pretty strong. Boo, 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 boo. Another thing has been unleashed. Unleashing a thing. When all of the things have been unleashed, a thing will be revealed. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Many people are saying this. It's the hot topic. Aluminum, how you doing? We've unleashed 2 sigils. A third is necessary, I suspect. Those 3 sigils will unleash maybe a path to the Duchess's place, perhaps. Some terrible power, some fearsome weapon or armor. Ow! I'm stuck on a tree. Fuck. You son of a bitch. How do you fire so fast? That's outrageous. The last sigil. Unleashed. That is literally a path. As ordained. As prognosticated. As precogged. What is up with this though? We still gotta do this. Is it just the statue? Hello? There we go. Not just the statue. Is it the statues? Big squid? Oh, sir. That is a hermit crab slash mollusk. It is pretty large. I suspect we're going to have to encounter it at some point. When we get our sky ship, well, there's for a moment, like the small like nubs on it look like hands to me. But I see they're just nubs on the shell. It'd be really freaky if they were like giant hands. More freaky, I should say. It's already pretty freaky. This is a hell of a bridge. Pretty impressive construction. We'll do a sweep for shinies and doodads and coins. This is to the castle in the sky, I assume. The Duchess's estate. Is the Duchess a jellyfish? No, not really. Hello. Hanging in the gloom, the endless woman is engrossed in ritual. She hisses violent, unfamiliar words while her hands trace sparks of light through the air, illuminating the books and the dust around her. Getting a little water. Feeling a little parched. Bow politely. The woman seems oblivious to your presence, her face inscrutable behind her mask. She continues to mutter esoteric phrases while sculpting glyphs of light. You're clearly busy, but... She screams, her voice seething with a wave of magical energy that sends the books crashing to the floor. Do you know how difficult it is to weave parallel cipher syntax while some idiot is talking in your ear? She groans in frustration. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a family crisis, and you caught me trying to conjugate a pair of superlatives. Sometimes I just hate cipher semiotics. Well, I suppose if you bypassed my security measures, you must have come here for a reason. She studies you a moment. You're not a cadaver assassin, are you? Sent by that infernal Ritter to try and lop off my head or some such? No, I'm not an assassin. She studies you a moment. Well, that's exactly what an assassin would say. I have to be sure. I'm just gonna have a poke around in your mind. You may feel some tingling in your brain, but don't worry. This rarely leads to permanent damage. Wait, don't you dare... A pain slices through your head, followed by a plethora of discomforting feelings. Your senses are jumbled. You hear smells, taste sights, breathe sounds. Everything warps and you feel nauseous. But then you find yourself hunched over a huge book on the candlelight, praying that your master won't find you with this forbidden tome. You run your hand over the ink and utter a few words. Your throat crackles with magical energy and you are suddenly very afraid. Yes, you remember. You were 6 years young, a child, scholar, taking her first tentative steps into the arcane. Her voice cuts through your dream. A youth of study, mortal? We are kindred spirits, you and I. But this isn't enough. I need more. Another wave of nausea. Reality churns around you until you wake in an Inquisition prison cell, the smell of rust and shit filling your nostrils. So that's it, eh? You're with those Inquisition bastards. But you're not a player, just some pawn in their scheming. Blackmailed with the threat of oblivion. How pitiful. Once more you're submerged in memory. You see Vela's ship drifting away from you, and with it your only hope of salvation. Ah, so it's Vela you're after. I sailed with her for 10 years, even called myself a Dark Star. But I assume you knew that. That's not a cough, I guess. Basalt sent me. Ah, so that old sea slug was still with us. I must admit I always thought the drink would kill him. But to hear he's working with the Inquisition, after all we've been through. Well, this only deepens my suspicions. So tell me, do you kill for your masters? Do you take the lives of others to preserve your own? Well, to be honest, I kill anyone who stands in my way. No, of course. I'm sure you're extremely tough and I should cower in fear and all the rest, but let's see the truth, shall we? Your mind reels once more. You see the men and monsters who've stood in your way and how you've clashed swords, evaded their blows, buried your steel into their flesh. You remember the chaos, the thrill, the bloodlust. The truth is, you enjoy it. She seems taken aback. Mortal, you're a monster. The blood that you've spilled, nobody could ever atone for such wanton violence. Though I suppose I have no right to judge you, my conscience is hardly clear. But what's this? Searing pain, and you see the flesh farm screaming in agony. You see Ritter, his cruel gaze, and you remember the deal you made. Ah, so you are in league with the cadavers. What? That's not true. Your actions, whether in spite or folly, have cast a dark shadow on this island. And yet I see nothing to show that you mean me harm. She sighs. I'll spare you the torment of further mind probes, mortal. Any more and your brain could burst. I don't want to clean that up. But where are my manners? We've learned all about you, but I'm not introduced myself. She feigns a pompous bow. The Duchess, at your service. Well, really, I am Philomena Caveridge, Duchess of Vestalshire, but that's quite the mouthful, eh? If you'd arrived about 6 centuries ago, I would have greeted you into a bustling household, alive with music and merriment. My servants would have offered refreshment. I would have introduced you to my 5 darling children. She chuckles warily. How is it that 600 years can pass so quickly? Now I drift into this cold tomb and my estate lies in decay. Oh, Tube Sock Puppet, welcome over on YouTube. The option regarding the cadavers is glitched. If you haven't finished the quest, otherwise at some point in the flagging for the main story, she locks you in on siding with Ritter in the Flesh Farm quest. Oh, that's interesting. And unfortunate. Well, welcome. It's a little livelier in chat over on YouTube, but I'm over on Twitch, but you're also very welcome on YouTube. Her assessment of how often you've killed his issues. To be fair, I have killed a lot of things. I have killed many things in this game. She chuckles warily. Ah, how is it that 600 years can pass so quickly? Now I drift in this cold tomb while my estate lies in decay. It sounds like you miss your former life. There's not an endless around who doesn't, but for most of us it's hard to think of our mortal lives without opening the door to our demons. You see, I became Duchess the day my father died in the Great Devouring. Do you know what that was? Yes, I do, actually. Then you will know it is the darkest stain on my people's history. The Endless were born with an insatiable hunger. For decades we feasted upon those we once called kin. And my family was no different. I was 5 and 30 years of age when it happened. I had a husband, 5 beautiful children. You know the cruelest thing? There was a part of us that knew what was happening. As I tore into my husband's flesh, I howled not in anger but in sorrow. As my daughter gorged upon the bowels of her brother, I saw the tears streaming down her face. And as I picked up my infant son, not 3 months old, I wanted to hold him, to kiss him. I never meant to... Her voice croaks and she is silent a moment. I'm so sorry. Save your tears, mortal. There are some things you will never understand. To be endless is to live with terrible guilt. It is the same for all of us, but while most find comfort in the rituals and traditions of old, I find them suffocating. She chuckles. Ah, but there I go again, dredging up the past. I think it's why I stopped getting invited to all those mausoleum balls. So tell me, mortal, this hunt for Vela, what do you hope to accomplish? I must stop her from destroying the world. The world is at stake and you would save it? Admirable, of course, but that's not how she sees it. I wonder, do you understand what's truly at stake? Probably not. There is a hidden language to the universe, mortal, a web of signs and signifiers which establish the very rules by which we live. And Vela, she wants to change it. She wants to change reality itself to create a new world. I mean, at this point, I'm not entirely unsympathetic. How would that work? When we cast a cipher spell, we are speaking in the hidden language of the universe. But the rules, the grammar, the syntax, the signs themselves, all of us, from the humble scribe to the powerful cipher wizard, must adhere to these constraints. When we don't, there are often dire consequences. Lots of options here, like the world rend. She nods. I don't know for sure what happened back then, but I witnessed it with my own eyes, felt it in my mind. It was the most powerful spell I have witnessed, and it was caught in a syntax cascade, an infinite loop. But if Vela's plan worked, she'd make the impossible possible. With a click of a finger, she could raise an empire, make anyone truly immortal, even raise someone from the dead. Sounds dangerous. Indeed. I have often weighed this dilemma in my mind. Would it be for good or for ill? My people live in torment. Our decaying bodies and haunted minds are prisons from which there is no escape. But could Vela's plan be our salvation, or would it subject the whole world to a similar torment? I haven't yet made up my mind, but if I'm honest, I would like to be there when the decision is made. Then help me find Vela. Alas, I'm somewhat engaged for the moment. I think I mentioned a family crisis. My daughter has been stolen from me. She closes her eyes. Her name is Ellen. Of all my children, she alone remains. I can still see her, 9 years young, holding my hand in the lush grass of verdant. Everyone in the village knew that beaming smile. She is 9 years old still, and the feeling of her hand in my own is all that keeps me clinging to this wretched existence. And now those damned cadavers have taken her. I could try and rescue your daughter. You would, mortal? If you were to save her, I would truly be in your debt. The cadavers are a secretive bunch, but I've caught wind that one of them frequents the rotten coffin and sepulchre. I've met him. He wears a full suit of armor and holds the key that will grant you access to the upper levels of Cadaver Keep. He surely won't speak to me nor my lackeys, but you're an outsider. More than that, you're a mortal, and cadavers are very interested in mortals. Wait, why are they interested in mortals? Oh, did I forget to mention, while most of the Endless eat from Penitent Thaw's mindless flesh farms, the cadavers still believe it's their right to feast upon sentient flesh, like you. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll be fine. My daughter has a signet ring on her finger. Find her and I'll help you track down Vela. You have my word. It's sad the flesh questline could be used more proper handling that actually has resolutions. Well, mean, it's not meant to present a satisfying resolution. You know, it's probably the scale of the game, you know. It would be nice to have a little more optionality in that quest, but most of the quests in this game, I'd say, kind of force you to choose between two unpleasant options. Sometimes more than two, but it's not usually like a happy or satisfying. No. The only thing that's bugged is her dialogue, not the quest itself. If I had sided with the flesh farm, she wouldn't have reprimanded me. She's assuming that I had already killed the flesh farm. Or she's bugged to read that I killed the flesh farm. Yeah, so it's not the quest that's bugged, just that dialogue option. I unfortunately probably need to wrap it up here shortly. I have to go pick up one of my kids coming back from a late night thing. Soonish. And I don't want to cut it close. So let's go back to the inn. Next stream we will go find Ellen. And then I assume we will go look for the go down and look for the entombed one. You like Dread Delusion, but it's a lot more about what would you choose in the moment than in exploring the consequences. Yeah, I mean, it does not present you with a lot of choices in the quest, but I think what makes the quest is just that they're generally well written and at least interesting, right, conceptually, so that the choice can be interesting even if you're not presented with a lot of different options. Like I think that the main Clockwork Kingdom quest line, which didn't present you with really too many options at the end of the day, was still pretty interesting to explore and think through. I think it's generally been true. And like the writing and like the books you find is usually really great. So that I appreciate that aspect of it, even if it's not like a immersive sim level of like deciding how things will end. Alrighty. I'm afraid I have to end it here. I do appreciate you all being here. I'll be back on more of a regular time tomorrow, so like probably 9 o'clock US East will be my start time, which is, as most of you know, more normal. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you to Jerp for the raid. Thank you for the resubs tonight. Very much appreciated. You just got here? Sorry, Goof. I'll be back tomorrow. There's no sports ball tomorrow, so I'll be back. Sports ball has been good, though. Game 2 was great. Game 1 was great. Game 3, pivotal. Game 3 next. Hugely pivotal now, actually. I think Knicks might sweep, though. I think Spurs might be cooked. I think they might be cooked. They got here early, so it's not really it's not really a failure for them if they lose or get swept. Let's see. Gopher's doing some DS3. Send you his way. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend. I hope to see you tomorrow night for more Dread Delusion. Until next time, y'all take care.